Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's practice is a 20-minute lower body focused Vinyasa class. We're going to start lying down on our backs. So as soon as you're ready, you've got your mat set up, you can join me there now. Okay, we're going to start with knees hugging into the chest. So both legs coming into your chest now and hugging your arms or just hands around the fronts of your legs. A little bit of pressure, or if it feels nice, a little bit more of a squeeze so we can feel it a little more in the hip flexors. You can stay as you are, still, or maybe even rock a little side to side. And then coming back to the center, holding both of your knees from the top. We're going to open your legs and then close them again a little further away from the body. So basically just making big circles. Holding the knees, keep the feet together, open your legs apart, push your legs away, and then draw the legs back together and into the chest. Let's move with the breath. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Smooth breath if you can, and you use it in your practice, then Ujjayi breath from now for the rest of the practice. And circling the other way, push your legs away from you first, open the knees apart, and then bring the knees into the sides of the body and close the legs. Keep it going a few more times, again with the breath. Last circle. And then knees all the way in. And one more time, hugging around the fronts of the legs. Maybe a bit tighter this time. You can even bring the back of your head off of the ground. Bring your nose up to your knees, a little bit more of a rounded spine. Inhale. Exhale, release down. We're going to rock to stand up now into Uttanasana, forward fold. You can use your hands to help you out. Lift your hips off of the ground, plant your feet to the mat, and come straight forwards into Uttanasana, forward fold. A little gap between your legs now, toes facing forwards. Let's bend one knee deeper at a time, pedaling through the legs. They don't have to be straight, but just emphasis on one leg at a time, bending and releasing. And then back into the center. Now bend your knees, both of them, a little bit if you like. We're taking hold of elbows for the first forward fold. Relax your head down and feel your spine decompress. Nice and heavy here, hanging forwards. So the weight of the body is a little bit more forwards in the fronts of the feet than the back. Stay still or invite in a little sway side to side. Always doing what is best for your body today, or trying not to work habitually, especially if you're someone that practices a lot. Always checking in with what is right today. So maybe it's moving today, maybe staying still. Let's continue from there. Let's release arms down and bring the legs together, rolling up through the spine, coming all the way to stand into Tadasana. At the top, relax your shoulders down and bring your arms down by your sides. We are going to take one full round of Surya Namaskara, just bringing in a little bit of energy and warmth to your body. Into Tadasana now, shoulders down. If you lost your breath for a moment, bring it back now. And let's flow. Inhale, circle your arms high, eyes looking up. Exhale, Uttanasana, back to the forward fold now with the legs together, head down. Inhale, lift your chest, halfway lift, fingers to the ground or hands to your shins. Soften your knees, plant your hands and step or hop your pose. One long line with your body. Let's stay here for a moment, spreading through the fingers, shoulders active. Heels pressing back, feeling the core engage, and shifting body weight forwards. Lower your knees for modified or keep your knees off of the ground for full body chaturanga. Dandasana, elbows bending to the sides of the body. Inhale, lift your chest, shoulders down, upward facing dog with thighs off the ground, or classical bhujangasana with thighs on the ground. And inhale, exhale, downwards facing dog. First in the practice, again, not necessarily moving, maybe today just staying still and letting the posture unfold in its own time. But if you feel like a little bit of movement is going to do you good right now, then of course feel free. Pedal the feet, move the head, twist the chest, just until your down dog feels a little more comfortable. And then when you're ready, coming into stillness, making sure the legs aren't too wide apart and keeping the upper body active. So pressing through the hands, shoulders active, head relaxing down. Another breath here. And let's continue. Eyes looking to the top of the mat, step or hop your feet forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Circle your arms to the sides as we rise to stand. Inhale. Samastiti, exhale, hands to the heart. And arms by your sides. Okay, hopefully feeling even just a smidge warmer now. Let's get into some more standing asanas, which will be focused around the lower body. Right foot is going to stay on the ground. We start in Vrikshasana, tree pose. Left foot is coming up, so either foot lower down to the calf area or above the knee all the way up towards the groin. Making sure toes are pointing down. There's that pressure, a little bit of the sole of foot and inner thigh together pushing against each other. Left knee is reaching to the side. The glutes are engaged, so the pelvis is opening, and the hands come to the heart center. And steady the eyes, find some focus and steadiness in the mind. Here for another 2 breaths. Keep reaching the knee to the side. And let's continue straight into figure 4 pose or standing pigeon, maybe you call it that. Outer part of left ankle comes upon right leg, and we start to bend the right knee. Sitting weight backwards now. Hands can stay at your heart, they can come down to the left leg. If your hips are already pretty mobile at this point, hands could even come down until fingers meet the ground. We're wanting to find a feeling of heaviness in the left hip. Here for another couple breaths. And let's release, press through the right leg, bring the left knee, stalk pose all the way up to the chest, Anjali Mudra with the hands, inhale. Into standing split, exhale, through a little warrior 3, and then tilting the body all the way down until the left leg is up, and bringing your hands to the ground. Our first time we're kind of splitting the legs open today, so let's pulse the leg up for 6 times. Ready? Up, pulse, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Stay there, point your left toe tight, try and square the hip a little bit. Stay with your hands as they are, or walk your hands back a little closer to the right leg. Maybe right hand takes the back of the leg. If you're up for a challenge today, then maybe left hand goes to join it, so both hands are on the back of the leg. Inhale. Exhale, let's release hands down. If they're on the leg, bend the right knee, set the left foot back. Into a nice long lunge stance, but we're moving straight into lizard pose. Bring your right foot outside of your right shoulder. First, keep the back leg off the ground. Drop the hips a little bit, opening the chest. Inhale. Exhale, release knee down and then foot down, a little deeper in lizard pose. Letting the right hip release. You can stay on the sole of the foot, maybe come to the blade edge of the foot. And continuing, left hand under left shoulder, a little bit more into the middle. Right arm reaches up and over. Revolve Skandasana. Shuffle your right foot over to the side a little bit more, so you can drop into the left hip, reaching right arm to the back of the mat. Let's lift up. Inhale, hips high. Right arm over. Pressing side of body high. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, come all the way into open Skandasana. Shuffle your right foot across to the left side. Drop your hips down to the right heel. Keep your hands down if you need, or if you're up for a balance. Hands can come to Anjali Mudra. You can stay on the toes if it feels okay for you to come down so the sole of the foot is to the ground. We can, but let's avoid hunching a little too much here and think about lengthening. Inhale. Exhale, release to sit down. We're going to turn to face the back of the mat, internally rotating. So the right knee is going to come down all the way to face the back. We're going to move back up. Inhale, hands to heart. And then back to face the back of the mat. Knee down. One more time. My hip just cracked. Inhale, open. And then exhale, come back and stay down. Now let's readjust the legs so we're in a correct position. If you need to move your calf to the side, I always do. Feel free. Bring your right foot a little closer. And just make sure that there's a gap between the legs, so the legs aren't too close. So maybe 2 hand widths apart. We're going to sit on top of sit bones, so you can lean forwards, move your butt backwards until you're square. If this is too much, then sitting on a block or a cushion would be helpful. Hands are coming behind us first. We're keeping the right leg pressing down, okay? Right leg pressing down. Now, everyone will feel a little different here. Maybe this is already enough for the front of the right leg. To go further, you come down to your elbows. And to go further from there, you come all the way down to your back. And you can bring your arms above your head. Here for a few breaths. Emphasis on keeping the right leg pressing down. Don't point the knee up. If the knee is up and you can't bring it down, then come up a level from where you are. And one more breath. We're slowly coming up one stage at a time. Bring your body up. Inhale here, top of the sit bones again. Exhale, folding forwards now, arms walking forwards, body relaxing down. Left leg is still active, heels down, toes up. 3 breaths. And slowly come up. Walk your hands in and come all the way back up. We are going to come back to Skandasana. Move your right foot a little away, point the knee up, maybe left leg a little closer in so we can lean forwards, weight into the front leg. Hands either side of the right foot, keep your hips high and square yourself to the front of the mat. This is 3-legged dog. Hands plant down, right leg opens up. So we're going to come into 3-leg first and then roll the right hip open. First stretch through 2 extended legs. Left heel is heavy, right foot is flexed, legs pulling apart. Nice big space looking under the right side of the body. Inhale. Exhale, point the foot, bend the knee. And let's let the foot be heavy and the knee point high. Inhale. Exhale, circle your right knee to the side. Bring the right foot next to the left. Flow through chaturanga. Inhale, forwards, high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, downwards facing. Eyes to the front, step or hop your feet forwards. All the way back to standing, halfway lift. Forward fold. Arms circling to the sides, body rises. Exhale, hands to heart. And left foot stays down. Right leg comes up, Vrikshasana, tree pose. Just keeping the hands simple today at Anjali Mudra. Once you're there, you found your balance. Let's open the right knee to the side, hands to the heart. Notice if we lost the breath and the focus of staying with the sequence. And bring it back into place now. Another breath. Let's continue. Lift the right foot, place the outer part of the right leg on the left thigh, sit it back. Same as before, hands can stay like this. Heart center, they can come down to the leg, they can come all the way down to the ground. Let's make sure the hips haven't twisted too far to the left side, so they're back behind the body. Heaviness in the hips here, eyes looking down. Stork pose, hands to heart, right knee lifts. Point foot down, inhale. Coming through Virabhadrasana, 3-2 standing split, right leg back. Slowly coming down, testing balance all the way until we can lightly bring the hands to the ground. And then let's do this pulsing 6 times up. When you're ready, lift 1, independently of the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hold here. Hands stay as they are. Maybe if you need the balance, maybe hands come a little closer. Maybe left hand in to hold the back of the leg. Maybe right hand joins. Stretch the legs far apart. Finding a little more space. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Bend the left leg and set the right foot back. Long lunge, straight into lizard lunge, left foot outside of left hand. First, stay up so the back knee isn't down. I like to come to my fingertips sometimes, so I got a little bit more space. Shoulders down, chest through. Inhale. Exhale, back knee lowers down. You can release the foot if you like, and maybe even let the left foot fall a little out to the side as well. Just make sure that the foot is in line with the knee to the side. Let's continue, right hand down. We come to revolve, Skandasana, left arm up. Shuffle your left foot a little bit more to the side. Come onto the blade edge of the right. Reach to the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your hips, take your left arm up and over. Exhale, sit it down. Inhale, lift up. Into Skandasana, open facing. Shuffle your left foot all the way to the middle of the mat, maybe even just a bit beyond the middle. Let's come to bring the right heel down, toes up, and sit down to the top of the mat into Skandasana with the left leg bent, right leg extended. Hands to your heart space. Inhale. And exhale, sit down. Left leg comes down, so knee moves inwards here. And then inhale, bring it back up. And knee inwards. And back up. Bring it down and stay down. And let's just readjust legs. Calf out of the way, coming to sit on top of sit bones. Right leg straight in front of right hip. 2 hand widths distance between your legs. Foot is in line with the left shin, so it's not peeking out to the side. First we come back. Hands behind you. Remember, you can also sit on a cushion if you did that on the first side. Do that again on the second. Hands behind. Staying here or maybe going further. The options are elbows or all the way down to lay on your back and bringing the arms above the head. If we can, let's do what we did on the first side. You can notice if there's a difference between your legs. Again, let's keep the leg down. So if your knee is up, then you've gone a bit too far. If you're unable to bring it down, then sit up instead of lying down. Time to release. Come back to your hands or your elbows first and then your hands if you're all the way down. Let's readjust again so we're sitting on top of sit bones, butt moves behind you. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, folding forwards over extended right leg for 3 breaths. Slowly lift back up, walk your hands in. We come back to Skandasana, lean to the right side, bring your left foot down, your left knee back up, the right foot more into the center so we're able to come forwards into the left leg. Hands either side of the left, peek your hips up and then square your hips to the front for 3-legged dog, hands down, left leg back. Once left leg is back, we roll the hip open and we look under the left side first, extended leg variation. Stretching legs apart in the space. Inhale. Exhale, point your foot, bend your knee, knee high, foot low. Inhale. Exhale, circle the knee to the side, lower the left foot down, last Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, body forwards, high plank. Lower your knees down if you wish for modified or full body Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift the chest, upward dog or Bhujangasana. Exhale, last downwards facing dog, take it back. And let's take a couple of deeper breaths here, opening the mouth for a bit of a releasing exhale. Breathing in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, release. And again. Exhale. Final one. Exhale. Eyes forwards. Step or hop to a cross-legged seated position. And we're going to come down to our backs. Well done. Bring the soles of your feet to the ground. Your ground. I guess it is yours. Knees up, arms forwards, rolling back. All the way back to where we came from at the start of the sequence. When you're there, hug your knees into your chest. And then let's set the legs down for bridge pose. Heels down, pretty close to sitting bones. Arms either side of the body, or when you lift up, you might want to take a bind. So we're coming all the way up first. High with the hips, toes down, glutes engaged. Stay here or interlace your fingers under your back and tuck your shoulders underneath. Or another nice variation I sometimes do is taking the heels. This is a lot higher. Looking a little bit like midway towards Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward bow pose. Stay here another 2 breaths. And then untuck your shoulders if you're in a bind. Slowly roll down to your back. Stay there until you feel your spine release. And then bring your knees in, and just to finish, arms to the sides. Let's allow legs to fall from one side of your body to the next with control, so do use your core here. Legs down one side and the other. And back to the first side, maybe legs coming all the way down to the ground, eyes looking the other way. And then up. And again, a little bit longer second side. And then back up. And lower your feet down. Arms by your sides. Now, if you have time, then I encourage you to pause the video and take a little bit longer here, lying on your back, maybe extending your legs for full Shavasana. But if you know this is your time to go, you had just the time of the video spare, then let's come up and sit up to close the practice. Coming up to Sukhasana, or just, that's cross leg, any comfortable seated position. Sitting up tall, let's bring the hands to the heart, bring the shoulders down, and chant 1 Om to close the practice. Inhale. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. If you did, then please like this video and share it to someone who you think might benefit from this practice. Also subscribe to our channel, and you can click the bell notification so you know when we upload a new practice for you. Until next time, thank you, take care.